Stream is... Video's live. I'm going to give it a second just to make sure that everything's running okay.
This tie looks horrible.
But I mean...
It sure does.
Intro looked good, so I'd say we are live, boys. Welcome to Velocity Entertainment. I'm your host, Kyle Leonard, and in breaking news, Tanner's never heard Mambo number 5.
Maybe I have. I just didn't know the lyric you were quoting. I don't know.
If you've heard Mambo number 5, you've heard it.
You'll have to play it after that.
Vacate yourself from my premises, my view, my sight.
My sight.
That's it.
I thought he was going to telephone me. Go and die whichever way you seem fit.
Go and die in whichever way you deem necessary.
Oh man,
funny.
I'm telling you, that might be the best page I've ever been added to. Is the one that you added me to.
Oh, that funny? Yeah, those are so funny.
So good.
You need to be a part of it, Kyle.
So
those
good.
memes are so.
I think I added you, didn't I?
No, not yet.
Oh.
Nobody's added me yet. I feel real left out.
Probably should.
If you like the show, remember you can follow us on Facebook. Search Velocity Entertainment. Give us a follow. We like to interact and play games like we're going to do tonight. Follow us on YouTube. Just search Velocity Entertainment 360. And same with Twitch. If you're watching the live stream, just hit that little follow button if you haven't already. Beside me, across from me, we have the two greatest co-hosts in the world. First of all, we have the long hair don't care. Thug Nasty, dropping them in the dirt, laying down the hurt. The all-knowing, almost Samoan, dishing out crosses, taking no losses. Best blue eyes in Sioux Falls, Tanner Else. My man, how are you?
Good.
Besides...
I'm waiting for the question.
Have you rear naked choked?
I almost had to. I know I told you about that one night, yeah.
What?
Some dude pulled over on the side of the road and was like, do you have any cash? And I was like, no. And he's like, do you have a card? And I was like, no. And he was like, empty your pockets. And he started to get out of the car, and I went over to the car to like fight him, and he got in and drove away. And I called the cops and was there driving away.
Was he robbing you or asking you
well,
for
what was
money?
funny is the cop, like, I got in his car and explained what was going on, and he was like, well, the way you just described it to me, it's the same guys that just robbed 3 different gas stations on the way over here. And I was like, well, I gave him all the descriptions and everything. And he was like, I think I got all I need. You need a ride somewhere? And I was like, yeah. So he gave me a ride, dropped me off, and there we went.
So he was robbing you. I didn't know if he was politely asking you for money.
At first I was like, if I'm walking on the side of the road and you're driving, why are you asking me for money?
Yeah.
But
it's like a brand new car too, like a brand new Ram truck. I need some money. What?
There's only one. He's the trash talker. Drops more bombs than Hurt Locker. He is the nerdiest, the flirtiest, and overall the most luxurious. Soon to be married, Michael Otamende.
I got my ugly brown tie on, so I'm very luxurious.
There's no such thing as ugly on you, my man.
True. It's impossible.
Everything's handsome. How about you? Have you rear naked choked anybody this week?
I found those robbers and rear naked choked them.
all of them.
Say we find that guy that put four muffins in that bag.
We found out if we could find him.
Ask me then. I just want to talk. I just want to talk.
Just come outside.
I'm just gonna talk to him.
Does anybody know what those are called? I think they're Little Debbie, the little mush.
They're like mini bites. They're called mini bites.
Are they called
Yeah,
mini
might be
bites?
just what they're called, just mini
Something
bites.
like that,
Okay. Yeah.
No, that's fair.
Haven't rear naked joke anybody?
It's kind of... No, I haven't. No. I rear naked joked Bob, the body opponent bag in the garage.
Yeah.
Gave him one.
Also dropped Tyson while hitting Bob.
Tapped it. But momentum, and yet it hit him into beans, and he wasn't very happy.
He was
about
not
it.
very happy.
But as one would not be.
As one would not be?
After being racked. I got no movie news this week, so I know we've at least me and Tanner. I don't know about Mike. Have seen a couple of movies.
You can go ahead and talk.
I don't want to go into spoilers, obviously, because aside from you, obviously our viewers probably haven't seen them yet.
Oh yeah, fair.
But if we
I
just
got a lot of
do
feedback from Ryan Last Dragon. All my friends that have
Spoiler
kids have
free.
already seen it.
You guys can talk about it if you want. I'm gonna watch it pretty soon.
I'm not gonna like ruin the ending or anything, but
Sure.
like I wouldn't mind like giving my initial thoughts on the movie
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
recommendation.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Me and Tanner both watched Ryan the Last Dragon came out on Friday.
I really liked it. I felt like it was really long. But other than that, I really liked
felt
it.
the opposite, man.
Really?
I was into it, and I felt like I wish it was longer. I was like, man, this is good.
I just felt like there was points in the storyline. I was like, we're coming up on an ending piece here, and then it's like a whole other 45 minutes would happen. I'm like, maybe now.
Where did you think? Where did you think it was gonna end?
Well, I don't want to tell him.
That's all right.
No, there's just I guess it just felt like, but no, I really liked it. Overall, I really liked it. There was just, like I said, a couple points where I was like, beginning, middle, end. Beginning, middle.
I just didn't feel that way at all. I think it was very clear. Like, we knew how many objectives they had, and then once they finished their objectives, end.
It felt like the traveling took a long time, I guess. But then again, I like Lord of the Rings, so whatever.
Yeah. Do you like walking in jewelry?
Do you like walking in jewelry?
Walking in jewelry. Hey, and I mean, that's kind of what Raya is.
pretty
walking
cool, yeah.
in jewelry. Essentially, boating. Boating in jewelry.
Boating in jewelry.
It's Lord of the Rings mixed with Moana, because you think about it, there's
Wayfinding.
The antagonist or whatever would be the darkness type thing. Kind of what it is, yeah.
Right.
The darkness.
No, and I'm hearing extremely positive feedback for representation. I haven't delved into like because I read a couple of articles about people that like Filipina people, because I mean essentially Raya is based on the Filipino culture,
so Southeast Asia,
and at least the article I read, they're feeling like, I guess seen is the word that they use. They're feeling really seen, and I'm like, and just in the way the terms they use and kind of the way that they interact in the world and some of the traditions and all of that stuff are apparently really hitting a good note for.
Well, I'm sure they brought in like actual Filipino people, and they're like
as they do, because I mean, even Moana did a great job of representing the Polynesian islands, and
they brought in the Rock. The Rock's the expert. He's Samoan.
He's Samoan.
He knows everything. Rock knows best.
But here's a blog thing I read. It was like, finally Southeast Asia gets a Disney movie, and I was like, well, China's kind of Southeast Asia. It's kind of hitting there. So Mulan, I thought Mulan was, but it's not far enough where it's like they wanted their own. Disney's kind of hitting every representation.
I mean,
which
they
is good.
kind of are. We were just talking about that. We were just talking about this like last night. Like, where would you go next?
That's a good question. I feel like they've done
Russia,
but
because Fox did Anastasia, but that's not a Disney movie.
Yeah.
So they could do
Russia's just so depressing. all of it.
Because there's Russia. I was telling him last night.
A long time ago in Dagestan, the first woman wrestling representative.
Because I was telling Tanner the other night, they have Tiana as an African American, but they don't have any like African Disney movies.
That's what I was gonna say. Because Lion King doesn't count because it's animals.
I would say no.
But they don't have a human one for.
But like a Disney princess, as far as princesses go,
for like an African tribe, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
But
what? Nala ain't a princess.
I guess it is Mufasa's daughter.
It is. I do get where you guys like. Let's get a movie like about people though instead. I get that part.
So I was gonna.
But
say
she's still
Africa.
a princess.
Russia would be funny, or even.
And I was telling Tanner Australia would be really cool too.
I thought they had.
Well, they had like Rango.
Oh yeah,
that and I guess Finding Nemo ends in Australia.
Yeah,
that's Pixar even.
That's big. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing though. It's like a representation of Australian people. Let's get a good backstory. All right, they were all sent there as prisoners. Disney presents.
Prison Island.
Prison Island. Disney presents.
It's like 100 games.
And then you watched Coming to America, right?
Yep.
The sequel to Coming to America.
Yep.
And what are your initial thoughts of it? I haven't watched it yet, so
I'd say it's similar to the first one. I mean, it's just kind of like corny, funny. A lot of people talking like this to be funny.
I heard
Michael Blackman's in it.
Yeah.
I heard in one of my reviews that the first one is kind of like coming to America and not understanding
American culture
and kind of like picking on American culture, and then the second one
flops it
and not understanding.
Because he's got like a son that's in America, and he's like Wesley Snipes is like a warlord, and he's comes to his country, and he's like, you need to have one of your sons marry my daughter, and he's like, I don't have any sons. And I'm like, yeah, you do, and he's in America. Oh, let's go get him. So they go get him, and they bring him there, and he's from like, I want to say Brooklyn or whatever, and he's just like comes to Africa and puts on like a dashiki, and he's like, all right, I think I'm getting the hang of this. And they're like, all right, well, you're gonna marry a princess now, so.
Because he's got like 2 daughters, and I hear Wesley Snipes is just like 100% in this movie, like no breaks.
So corny, dude. Like he cracked me up. I laughed about it, but at the same time, it's just like, man, he way overdid it.
Sorry, I was just looking if there's a Disney movie in Eastern Europe, but I'm sure there's not. I do want to hear about. What is it, Judas and the Black Messiah? Because I
didn't watch that either, but
it's really good, dude.
Is it really good?
Yeah. I think that was
you said they won awards.
I feel like that one came out.
I think I got mixed up with another movie.
The one. Actually, just IMDb Chadwick Boseman, because I want to see what the last movie he was in was. Because I know we had 13 Bridges.
Okay,
And then there's
12 Bridges.
12 Bridges, and then there's something else. But no, in this one, it's I can never remember his name, but he's the main character of Get Out, and
not first. Wait, is this the movie?
Ma Rainey, that's the one he won the
okay.
Oscar for, yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen that one either.
When it said this in bold letters, I'm like, that's not a movie.
Right.
No, and he won an Oscar for that movie.
Okay.
But yeah, the main
Golden
character
Globe.
from Get. Also, can you see if you can find the cast of Get Out? Because I don't know this dude's name. He played Tupac in the Tupac movie, and a couple other things. Lakeith Stanfield.
Oh, because
he's basically the leader of the Black Panthers.
Okay.
And then that dude is like his best friend who ends up being like an FBI
I
informant.
know this actor.
Or like, well, I mean, from the beginning he's an FBI informant.
Ooh, Bradley Whitford's in it too. I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a crazy movie, dude.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Well, they're in Get Out, not the next.
Well, right.
Yeah. What's his name though? There's a couple other really prominent actors in that movie. I just can't think of them off the top of my head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope, fair enough.
I'm excited to see it.
It's one of those things I put on. I was going to see if I liked it and fall asleep, and then I ended up staying up till 3:30 in the morning watching it. So it was solid.
So go and see these movies, basically.
And then we can talk about it.
If you're on the fence.
Spoilers.
Real quick, I've finally gotten these guys to jump on the WandaVision train, and they're 4 episodes in, and I just kind of want to see what they think of it so far, and I want to see what these guys, now that it's over, I want to see where you guys think it's heading, like your thoughts right now. And then next week we're going full spoiler mode on WandaVision discussion.
Well, I mean, I think you said we're going to finish up tonight. If you're
Right,
yeah.
I am down.
So sucks for you.
He's welcome to stay, but
I got people waiting for me.
But, yeah.
Dominic, the kids, and Justin are all in my place right now.
Yeah, they're not invited.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No, I'm just kidding. They're awesome. But yeah, it's getting really interesting right now.
So what are your thoughts so far? I know the end of episode 3 is where it kind of
that's where I am.
Is where it kind of you start getting hints of what.
Well,
the
I remember
plot
watching
could be.
a little bit of the first episode with you, and I was like, "This is corny. It's weird."
Right.
And
The
I
first
don't
two
really
were.
like
I actually thought they did a great job of mimicking like a 1950s.
They did a great
sitcom.
job, but in my head, I'm like, "What does this have to do with anything? Get to the good stuff."
Yeah.
This whole show, and it was beautifully portrayed in the first 2 episodes. It's just homage to original old TV, and it's beautiful. It was
The old
amazing.
sitcoms, like perfect. It was like perfect.
I loved the first 2 episodes.
And then it went into like a 90s sitcom.
Yeah.
Or like 80s and 90s.
But like in episode 3, when like she talks about Ultron right there at the end,
Yeah.
she's like, "Ultron killed your brother," and then it like
She's like,
switches,
what did you
switches
say?
to widescreen.
Yeah.
Oh, I get chills.
I got
that, dude.
I got chills too. And then all of a sudden you just he comes back in and he's like, "Where is what was her name?" Oh, I know.
Geraldine.
Geraldine. It's like, where was Geraldine? She
seriously,
went by.
I was like,
She went home.
She went home.
And that was the first thing, because Vision was outside and the neighbors were like, "She just showed up here, has no home." And then he walks in and she's like, "Oh, she went home." And he's like,
Far be it for them to call another girl weird when this guy was just trimming a brick wall. He's like, this girl's weird, came from nowhere.
I'm like sitting here, I'm like, why? Because this is right after her giving like the birth thing, whatever.
Right.
So I'm like, I'm about to text her. I'm like, dude, this is weird. What is going on in this show? She's just pregnant, had a baby in like a day. I'm so confused. And then all that happened, and I'm like, okay, this is okay.
What's going on?
I'm so confused.
I'm sure it's gonna get really good.
So what do you guys kind of think? What are your forms?
I'm excited that we're getting more into the.
I don't know who
Marvel stuff.
I know the villain. Okay, so every commercial has Hydra in it, so I know Hydra is one of the villains.
Right.
have you noticed that?
I don't get commercials.
Oh.
Like in the middle of the WandaVision episode.
So it's like
commercial.
Yeah, it's like
okay.
In the middle, because it's like a sitcom, and it's like try out our new Hydra soap. This is the best soap ever.
I didn't even notice that. I didn't
go back and look at the commercials, because Hydra shows up in every commercial.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. You guys.
Hate those guys.
Yeah. Hate them. So I know Hydra's one of the villains. I don't know who the other villains are. I don't know. But they're kind of spreading clues. They're kind of just spreading clues throughout.
Just sprinkling stuff in there.
Yeah. Well,
it gets so good, guys. I'm really excited to go through the spoiler cast with
I can't wait.
Because I mean, it cranks up to 100 like overnight. It's crazy.
0 to 100 real quick.
100.
Real quick.
HUNNIT.
I was actually enjoying. I'm probably one of the few people that was enjoying the couple first episodes, because I'm like, this reminds me of like the Andy Griffith show. You know? Like those old black.
I loved the first 2 episodes.
I know we still have the Halloween one coming up. So,
yep.
Yeah,
That's episode 4, I believe. 5.
Because I came home and he was watching that one. I sat and watched that one for a while.
Oh, episode 5. Episode 5 is the Halloween.
Oh, okay.
So, I think 5 or 6, but good, so good. Yeah, tune in next week. We'll go over full discussions, spoilers, and everything. So
Can't wait.
if you're listening to the podcast and you also haven't finished WandaVision, finish it this next week
Or
because
we'll ruin it for you.
we will be ruining it next week.
How many episodes again?
9.
9. Oh, that's yeah.
So
We're good.
and I mean most of them, the last 2 are like an hour.
I like that they're about an hour long or
Right.
45 minutes.
Well,
to
the
an
first
hour.
2 were only like 20 minutes apiece.
Really?
Like the
Oh,
sitcom
sure.
ones.
Fair enough. I thought they were like 40, but
Yeah, I think that's why I started to like fall asleep during the beginning of 4 because I was like, this is a lot longer.
Yeah,
than
they
the
get
other ones.
longer. They get longer as they go on, and then the last one is obviously like an hour. So
fair enough.
no spoilers yet, Zach. Next week we will be doing all of the big WandaVision spoilers for the series finale. So
Yeah, zip it, bro.
Do I have a unibrow or a what was he saying? I don't know.
a new uni.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Wait.
Unicorn.
Stay. All viewers stay
I
on.
request elaboration.
Yeah, I request it. Funny. I request it.
Anyway, I got 2 real quick video game stories I just want to run through quick. Nothing too crazy, and then we can get into our conversational piece. It's a fun one this week. So, Doom 3 VR, the only title with a precise release date, will launch on March 29th for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. It's a retooled port from the original 2004 shooter, and its 2 expansions designed for PlayStation VR's gun-like aim accessory. A short trailer offered a preview of the gameplay and updated graphics on last Thursday night's State of Play.
Okay.
There was like 6 VR games announced, and that's really kind of the only one I really had any interest in, so I just wanted to
The other ones were
mention
just
that.
like meh.
Meh, yeah. Just because VR hasn't really crossed that threshold for me yet.
So, I know there was somebody, of course, on the Joe Rogan podcast, but I did some more research into it on myself. Have you heard of VR sickness? Where
No.
you're playing VR for a while, and so you'll just jump off the floor like an inch, but your character in the game will jump like 50 feet in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And your brain actually has like senses in your ears and stuff that if you're doing that turn on to stop you from getting sick. I don't know what it is.
Right.
It's like, oh my gosh, this all zooming stuff, and your brain is basically defending itself. I don't know the exact science behind it, but people have been getting super sick. I'm still gonna do it, but
I would do it too.
I know when you got that zombie game on VR, you played for like 20 minutes and you were like sweatier than you ever get at the gym. So,
I get real sweaty.
Oh.
When I play VR, but not
not like sick, but
I don't
mean,
get
you were-
sick or anything.
You were like real.
well, okay. So I remember it's a defense against like poison. Like if you're poisoned, you'll become nauseous and dizzy,
Right.
and your body thinks that you're poisoned. So your body is like, oh my gosh, because your eyes are telling you that you're jumping 50 feet in the air, and
right. You're
So
like having vertigo.
so your
and
brain is basically
hallucinations.
your brain is basically telling you that you have like mushroom poisoning, and so people are going through this VR sickness. I don't know.
Sounds lit. Let's try it.
Yeah, I was about to say I want to get high on.
You guys want to hallucinate playing this game? Let's do it.
So if anybody wants to have some fun.
And then lastly here, the new DLC Chapter 3 for Dragon Ball Z Kakarot was announced. For an early summer 2021 release, the story will follow Trunks and Gohan in the destroyed future where Goku was killed by a heart virus. As we know in the anime, that's the Warrior of Hope Trunks. And I'm very excited to play out like that.
Is it? It's also a one-arm Goku or Gohan, isn't it?
He loses his arm at some point. He starts with 2 of them.
Okay.
But in one of the fights with the androids, he does lose it.
Okay.
And then the next fight with the androids,
It was called. Oh yeah, okay.
he dies, unfortunately. Spoiler alert.
I guess they don't have any pictures out for it yet, so obviously, I don't know.
It's just future Trunks, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, essentially, if you watched the Warrior of Hope movie, there's a whole movie about it.
Warrior of Hope? I don't remember if I did. How long ago did this come out?
Oh, it's Cell Saga. You probably have to type in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Definitely not those guys.
What? This looks like Dragon Ball Z to me. Maybe I have.
Let's picture the DLC. The movie must be named something else.
Okay.
I forget what the movie is named, but it's
Fair enough.
But it's a movie basically about Trunks training to become a Super Saiyan with Gohan, and then Gohan is killed by the androids, and Trunks achieves Super Saiyan.
Goku dies from heart virus.
It's basically
surprised that didn't happen earlier.
it's basically Trunks' story before he hops in the time machine and goes back, to kill Frieza and all that stuff. So
That's fair. Hey, that's fair. Apparently my tie's ugly.
We tried to tell you.
and that's all I got for news. So we can jump into our conversational piece before the tournament.
Yes.
I like it.
Mike came up with a fun one this week. You want to kind of go through the rules?
So it's not too complicated. I got the rules to be a lot easier. So basically, a supervillain's attacking Earth right now, like right as we speak. He has what some people consider to be the 5 most OP powers, which are super strength, super speed, telekinesis, like moving stuff with your mind, and just strong mind powers, meaning you can't mind control him. Flying and teleportation.
Like 80% Goku.
Yeah, but Goku. Well, so I gotta write this out. Super strength, speed. But before I write it out, what we're supposed to do is we each are smaller superheroes with only 3 superpowers each, and we have to defeat them. The only rules are our powers can't overlap with his, and there has to be like a real battle that ensues. So we can't have a superpower that's like I can snap my finger and kill anything instantly. Does that make sense? Pretty fair?
No, it makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, it's stupid, but whatever.
I guess it's stupid.
It just took me a while to figure out. Like, I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, I'm just writing down 5 superpowers that I need to beat this guy.
Well, because I asked my work buddy, and he was like, yeah, I would just have super convincing, and I'd convince him to kill himself. And so I was like, okay, we're going to encompass the telekinesis thing to be strong-willed, so you can't do that to him. Yeah.
Right.
So we all made a list of like 5.
Do we want to go through one superpower at a time, or do you want to do all 5 of yours, or one at a time like we normally do?
Sure.
Might as well.
You want to start off, Tanner?
Sure.
And then chat can tell us if they think we'll win the fight.
Chat has to tell us if we won the fight or lost.
That's the important job.
We only get 3 superpowers each though. So the reason I said make 5 is because of overlap. So at the end, if we didn't overlap, you guys have to choose the 3 that you want.
Okay. So my first one is just one that I thought helps beat somebody with super strength and super speed. Power to grow additional limbs, so you could just
bear hug.
Okay. Power to grow several limbs.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Wait,
right.
What was it? Okay, teleport. Hold on. That's always a hard one.
Yeah. I wish I could help you.
You couldn't spell Nathan last week when we were Googling something, so I have no faith in you for this whatsoever.
And flying. So, let's see here. I have super intellect, so like Lex Luthor, Brainiac, even Bruce Banner a little bit.
Okay.
I think it's a good base. It's not going to beat the villain on its own, but super intellect it will be like.
But it'll help get you there.
It looks like the smartest person on the planet, basically. I know that's not technically a superpower, but it'll help.
It will help. I should let everybody know that none of the superpowers I picked are serious in any way, shape, or form at all.
So basically, me and Tanner are going to be fighting this villain, and I don't know what Kyle's going to be doing.
So first of all, my first superpower is the ability to be slightly better at everything than every other person. Just slightly better.
That's so cheating.
So running, punching, just slightly better.
Does this also apply to breakdancing?
I think it applies to your superpowers too. So if you're good at growing extra limbs, I'm slightly better at that than you.
This is why I put all these rules.
See, I'm sitting here thinking I'm going to break the rules. He starts off breaking the rules.
I'm not breaking the rules.
Yeah, but
it's a superpower.
I should have added more rules. I should have had all like really meticulous rules so this didn't happen.
What's your next one, Tanner? I don't like this.
Well, because so I'm trying to beat this thing, right? So I thought additional limbs, maybe hold this guy down. Next thing, create portals to other dimensions so we can get rid of it.
So kind of like Doctor Strange in a way. Well,
similar, I would say.
Similar.
Give or take.
Let's send this dude to the Shadow Realm real quick.
Send him to the Shadow Realm.
You'll have to catch him though.
Yeah, with my extra limbs.
50 arms.
I think I'm doing it.
He has super speed. You gotta get him.
Yeah, that's true.
So my next one is unending wealth. So
right, rich.
Yeah. Like I said, I already said this in chat. We need funding. we're gonna set up traps. We're gonna have technology.
We should have planned this way. You do the corny ones. I'll do like serious ones, and you just do ones that aren't actually superpowers.
That help.
That help. Yeah,
like I have the money and the smarts.
We should have planned it this way.
I'm gonna end up just being like Batman or Iron Man.
That might just end up the way it is anyway.
I think it is. Yeah.
Called Ditto Man. Called Ditto Man. We just got a Ditto in here.
Ditto Man.
My next one is every time I blink, I can give the person of my choosing a massive orgasm. So I could be like,
I guess I could. There was a video on YouTube I watched where this guy, he was like, "Oh no, it wasn't a video. It was a real thing." This guy had like a disorder where he orgasmed like hundreds of times a day. And he said it was like excruciating pain.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
He's like, it's just horrible.
That's my second power.
It was actually depressing to watch. It was like a documentary of this guy.
I hate it here.
I hated it. Maybe Kyle's powers aren't useless after all. Because while he's doing that, you can get all your 50 arms around him and teleport him to.
I don't want my 50 arms around him after he ejaculates a million times. After what he just did in his pants, I don't want to touch the guy.
He was like, stop blinking, I already have a hold of
He's going to destroy the world. You're going to have to settle on your personal preferences.
Oh my
maybe
goodness.
get a little bit of ejaculate on you. But you know what?
But I got this dude wrapped up trying to send him to the Shadow Realm, and all of a sudden semen's coming out of his suit everywhere.
Stop blinking, Kyle, I already have him. He's trapped.
I got something in my eye.
It's the person of my choosing. So, like, once you get your arms around, I'll just, like, switch to Mike or something, you know?
Oh my goodness.
All right, Tanner, what you got? Number 3.
Laser beam eyes. Just because I wanted them.
Just
Laser eyes, yeah.
Yeah, you might as well just have them.
Yeah, I'm going to use my laser beam eyes to destroy my own eyes so he stops making me orgasm.
Is your soup cold, milady?
Somebody's got to heat up Aowen's soup.
Yeah, that soup is terrible.
That's terrible.
Actually, that soup.
Like Raya's jerky.
I should have put her soup on here. We just
sorry.
offer him the Aowen's soup.
Aowen's soup, Raya's jerky.
Her soup is so bad it made Aragorn try to jump off a cliff.
He didn't try.
That meme was so funny.
Or did he?
Made him jump off a cliff.
Or did he?
Meme was so funny because Aragorn's like, "Where's Lord Aragorn?" And Gimli's like, "He had one taste of your soup, went off the cliff."
That's what I saw earlier.
Okay, so my next one is why is my phone? Okay, this one's pretty obvious: stealth / invisibility. This one people choose a lot.
Right.
Invisibility. Right. So, yeah, pretty obvious. Fair enough. Nothing much to say about that.
Here we go.
Every time somebody has an orgasm while touching me, a vicious grizzly bear appears in the room. Side note, that grizzly bear is madly attracted to human feces.
So what? How will this be useful for us?
I hate it here a little bit ago. Now I hate it here.
I hate it here. How is this going to help us beat this guy anyway? This is super.
We're over here just trying to fight for the fate of the world, and this guy's over here making people orgasm and
mainly
poop around grizzly bears.
All right.
Plus, I don't think grizzly bears will be a problem for this guy to beat. I think he just wanted those.
I guess I just put feces, not human feces, but you get the picture. What do you got, Tanner?
This is horrible.
So I was going with a little bit of Attack on Titan here, and I was thinking indestructible teeth.
Oh, okay.
So I don't care how strong and fast you are. If I bite your head off, like that thing's coming off.
Right.
Yeah.
So you don't even need the portals to other dimensions. You're just gonna eat him.
But if he doesn't go in the portal, I'm gonna bite his head off, spit his head in the portal.
Fair enough.
Merp.
I can get behind it.
All right. So mine is unlimited minion cloning. I don't know what my minion's gonna look like yet, but
They have to be the minions from Despicable Me.
I said a bunch of Despicable Me minions.
Yeah.
I'm like, die for me. It's a distraction. They'll just be a distraction while we actually do our plan.
Oh, there you go.
What
plan? There is no plan. There's no plan.
Yeah, this is the guy who's making our plan.
Right?
You don't think I came up with a plan? My next superpower. I can crap somebody else's pants. But there's a there's a 10% chance that I just grabbed my own.
I'm done, dude. Conversational piece over, guys.
Like, Kyle, quickly use your
Oh.
power. He's like, I
I'm
did.
done.
I think I did. Oh no. Guys, I'll be back.
This is bad.
I'm crying.
This is so bad.
So there's a 10% chance
that
the Bears just...
Okay. Oh my goodness. Kyle had too much free time at work today.
Breathe.
Oh boy. That was bad.
So we only have a 90% chance to beat this guy.
There's a 10% chance the Bear's gonna attack me.
Oh,
Top
my
that.
goodness.
Drop that. I don't know if I want to.
Oh,
I don't know if I want to. Kyle wins because Naruto did. Had powers to beat a guy. Naruto sucks, and all of our powers could be. We're gonna be.
Yeah, I suppose.
We're gonna
I'm
beat
alive.
up Naruto
I'm
now.
alive. I'm okay. I'm good.
Okay.
Yes.
So Kyle's kicked off our Avengers team.
All right, Tanner, what do you got?
So this is okay. So I was telling him I just googled like a list of superpowers, and I was going to start putting together things, right? And there was one superpower on there that just didn't make sense to me, so I put it on here. Superpower is empathy.
Like being able to feel their
Understand
feelings.
them.
Understand?
Yeah.
I see where you're coming.
If he's
If my
crapping his pants and getting attacked by a bear, then you're probably going to be like feeling the same thing he is. You'll be like, "Oh!"
if my portals, laser beam eyes, teeth, and growing 50 arms doesn't work, then I'll just have to understand him.
You'll empathy poop with him because you'll feel so bad.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah. So
When I put down empathy, I didn't know there would be pooping going on.
you're gonna bring your own couch and like sketch pad and be like, so how does that make you feel? And then Kyle comes in the room and ruins it all. We're making him.
You guys are just fighting him, and I'm in the corner like.
Kyle, are you gonna help us? I think I'm pooping myself.
I'm trying.
This is the worst Avengers team ever.
Yeah.
The worst superhero team ever. So my last one was distortion and illusion casting. I don't know how I can tie these in with Kyle's powers, but you know, I can make illusions of feces around the villain. Maybe the bear will go after that.
Well, I mean, if the 90% shot works, then the villain poops himself and the bear attacks him.
Do you think a bear will be an issue for this guy?
I mean, maybe.
Maybe.
At least enough of an issue to get, your actual real superpowers to
do our other plan.
And if he's also having an orgasm at the same time, then the bear could probably get in a swipe or two.
You are basically the king of the distractions over here.
My last one is...
There's more? There's more?
There's one more, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Thor's ability to summon hammers, but like just regular hammers. Any hammer I want, but it's just a regular like Stanley hammer.
There.
It's not Mjolnir or anything. It's just like a regular like 21-ounce hammer.
You just throw it at him.
But is it just a random hammer? Is it always that same brand?
No, it's
every
like
once in a
just
while you get
hammer.
like a fake toddler hammer that they use to hammer toys in.
Yeah,
whatever hammer I deem fit.
It could be one of those like Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, oh, I got the wrong one.
Or just like a big 26-ounce framing hammer. You know what I mean? It's never gonna be like Mjolnir. So
usually it's gonna be toys though. Yeah, that's funny. So which of your 3 powers are you going with? Quickly.
3? Well, I think I'm going to go with the 3 that would win me the fight. And that would be giving them an orgasm every time I blink. Every time somebody having an orgasm, summoning the grizzly bear when they're touching me. And then crapping somebody else's pants for them.
That's solid.
I could go limbs, teeth, and dimensions.
Limbs, teeth, and dimensions.
Try to get all of them, try to throw them in there. If it doesn't work, bite their head off and throw that in there.
Yeah. I just gotta go intellect, wealth, and minion cloning. That's why I gotta go. So now the question is, with our really ragged group of superheroes, do we beat this ultra powerful guy? Zach, Anna, what do you think? Whoever else?
Whoever's listening.
Who's ever listening?
Do we got a shot?
And do we got a shot to
of
beat
beating this supervillain?
I guess we...
With the powers we have.
That'd be interesting. I think we'd win. I think so. What do you guys think?
I think we'd win. Personally, big time.
You think we'd win?
I think I'd win.
Kyle would just be in the corner. I'm gonna go change.
Last power, ability to get new suits whenever I need them, because I will need them.
Zach says no. He does not think we would win.
Oh, Zach, you have no faith in us. Rightfully so.
I feel like I could win alone. Like, come on now.
I'm telling you, I don't think the grizzly bear will be an issue for this guy.
Well, I mean, maybe not, but if he's having like 50 orgasms at once, he's going to be like, ugh, and then the bear's just going to swipe his
He might
jugular.
actually just surrender to you from the orgasm thing alone.
Yeah.
He'll just surrender
you.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's like that Dormammu thing where where Dormammu's like, I just give up because this is torture.
I mean, he just takes a step towards me, and I'm just like, he's like, oh, and he has a stroke eventually. Like eventually, he's
Really, you're saying I'm holding the team back?
Tanner's holding the team back with his 50 arms, looking can't even walk.
Where you at? Come outside. I just want to talk.
I just want to talk.
I just want to
talk.
I just want to talk.
I don't know. I think the other dimension thing would be really handy. We'd probably put Kyle there because knowing how now Kyle would be the most powerful supervillain on the planet.
Superhero. Make no mistake, I'm a hero.
No.
Villain.
No. Do those sound like hero powers?
I can control them.
I can control. You sound as like it's the Hulk thing. Like
It's not like I'm just blinking and everybody I'm looking at is getting an orgasm. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, do you have to focus his power, or if me and you having a conversation, you blink, is it happening?
no, I can focus it. It's like it's just training. You know, like at first, you know, I was born and mom and dad were having orgasms all over the place. But like as I grow up, you know, I learn how to harness this power, and I just like girls in high school. Ah! You know what I mean? Just doing like 14-year-old boy shit.
Oh, no.
And then I turn into like an adult, and I figure it all out, and we're gonna use it for good.
I use it for
Somebody's
good.
robbing a bank, and they're like making a getaway, and then I just like hit them with the blinks.
He's like, you caught me, but that was amazing.
Best arrest ever.
Best arrest ever.
Take all the money I stole. You earned it.
You earned it. You earned it.
All right, so chat has spoken. We lose.
We lose. We'd actually die horribly.
We all die, but also this might be the first podcast I've cried this much laughing on. So,
Dude, I couldn't help myself there for
Worth
a second.
I think I
Worth
put
it?
in the 10% chance of failure.
10%. 10% chance it's just a regular pooping.
oh boy.
Just a regular normie poop.
And at that point, we're like, are you a superhero or did you just come here and like literally crap yourself and just call yourself a superhero? At that point, we don't know.
Hold on. Do we have a movie on our hands right now?
Do we have a movie?
Ooh, I'm
Call
like
it
sweating from
call it
laughing
Peter
so much.
Jackson? No, we can't have
Call Peter Jackson.
We need a...
We need like Taika Waititi or what's his name, Edgar Wright. They make a good crab and pants superpower movie.
For the first hour of the movie, we wouldn't know if you're a real superhero or not. We'd be like, what? It's like that one person.
We're saved. It's the reverse diaper. Like my superhero suit consists of a diaper just
Reverse
for the off chance.
diaper.
Reverse
Okay.
diaper.
That's the name. That's the superhero name right there. Is the reverse diaper.
We need to stop talking about it before somebody steals it.
So you can be on
True.
you can be on the team, but you can't live in the team house. Like
Yeah.
we have a giant mansion. You have to live in like a side house.
The guest
Fair
house.
enough.
The guest house. The guest house.
Well, if chat thinks of any other superpowers that they think could
Call up Netflix.
that they think could beat this superhero, feel free to throw them down.
Yeah.
Until then, I think we're going to move over to the tournament.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
I forgot to put pictures in this week because I'm terrible. But we are entering
I
round
feel like you
3.
forgot because you spent so much time on those superpowers.
Yeah.
Dude, it took me like 2 minutes.
Did it really? Wow.
I'm a writer, baby.
I'm impressed.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
I am impressed. All right.
I thought about one, the ability to get rid of anybody's shoes. Just to like snap away their shoes. But because you can't fight without shoes, I also wanted the ability to create flip-flops that moan when you put your foot in them.
He's like, I'll fight him in these flip-flops here.
So like I snap away their shoes, and then I give them some flip-flops, and they're like, "Oh, that's nice of you." And they're like, "I'm uncomfortable."
I can't fight.
I quit.
I can't fight like this.
And then you give them an orgasm. Boom!
I only fight barefoot, for the record, just so you know. You doing me a favor?
Yeah, I was about to say, what? What do you mean you can't fight without shoes? Depends on the-
Catch me at the pool in 7th grade. Oh, you want to fight? Watch me kick these flip-flops off real quick and then kick you in the head.
All right, so we are officially beginning round 3 in the Disney tournament. How excited are
Wait,
you
this
guys?
is gonna be stacked. Everything's gonna be stacked and difficult.
The first two are not as bad, but it gets hard right after the first 2 rounds. So first up, we have Peter Pan and Zootopia
Okay.
as our round
For
3.
me, that's kind of hard. But
Yeah, that is tough. That is tough for me.
boy.
Yeah.
But yeah. So plots. I don't know which one I'm looking at.
I feel like every round the plot should get shorter.
We gotta
Yeah.
speed it up even more each round.
Every round
Yeah.
plots get a little
Yeah,
shorter.
it gets shorter and shorter.
All right, Zootopia. Bunny become cop, meets fox, finds animals reverting back to carnal instincts, figures out why, sheep poisons them, fixes problem.
Boom.
What are you gonna say next round if they make it? That was good.
Rabbit, sheep, poison.
Bunny cop.
Bunny gun.
Bunny cop.
All right, Mike, do that, but with Peter Pan.
Peter Pan comes into England, takes random kids. Kids find random other kids. Fight pirates.
Form gang.
Fight
Form
pirates.
gang.
Fight alligator. Beat pirates. End of story. Best ever.
Not bad. I wanted you to do it because I was saving my speed round for Lion King there. So.
That'll be next week.
You're gonna
Oh,
come
it's next week? Oh, we're only doing one?
No, we go top and bottom, so it'll be the Aristacats and Sleeping Beauty.
Lion,
I don't wanna
hyenas,
do either of
random
those.
parrot. Yeah, right? This is difficult.
All right, so villains in these movies. The Sheep versus Captain Hook. I think this is pretty easy for me. For me, anyway, I love Captain Hook. It's one of my favorites.
It's also like you don't know the sheep's the villain until the end.
Yeah.
And there's the predators throughout the whole movie, so it's...
And Captain Hook's more of an iconic villain.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, everybody knows and generally likes Captain Hook. I mean, not like Captain Hook wasn't wrong, but like...
I mean, he was the good guy, really.
He's got his own movie.
I kind of do like all those fan theories where people come back and they're like, the villain was really the hero, like in Karate Kid and stuff. I think it's funny.
It's an illegal kid.
It was an illegal kid.
The Karate Kid pops its head up again.
Yeah, sorry.
So is everybody kind of agreeing
Yeah.
Captain Hook for the villain there?
Pretty unanimous there.
Fair enough. Hero, Peter Pan, and I'd say Judy Hopps.
I say Judy Hopps.
Judy Hopps.
I actually want to go Judy Hopps on this one.
I do like her.
I would.
Peter Pan is actually a little bit arrogant, pretentious, and immature, but
I agree. I lean more towards Peter Pan actually, though, because I think it's more heroics and less. It's Judy Hopps' job to be a cop.
But she did it.
The reason
because
I
she-
wanna go more of a
I
hero
understand
is because
she did it, for the good, but it's still her job.
Yeah.
Like she's still a cop. That's still her job to investigate.
kind of, but I didn't.
So
didn't she
technically
go-
it
no,
wasn't her job, and she was going out of her way.
Oh, yes, 'cause
they
she was
wanted her to be a
getting
meter maid.
and she was getting fired, and then
Yeah, pretty
that's
much.
right. But I don't know. That's tough for me. A little bit of me because I love Peter Pan. Don't get me wrong, but I thought him being immature was kind of like they did it on purpose because it's Neverland. You never grow up.
All right.
They were all immature, but
Well, he has that turn. I think it's important to
he does. Yeah.
to show how arrogant he is, so that he can
Skin.
make that character development.
Yeah.
And he has a sword fight with Captain Hook. Come on.
I'm sticking with Zootopia. You got Peter Pan. What do you?
That's fine. That's fine.
Don't you put the sequel on me, Ricky Bobby.
It's just for hero.
It's just for hero. Jeez.
I'm gonna go Peter Pan.
Ah,
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I do like me some Peter Pan.
Support. I lean towards Peter Pan again because
I'll agree with that one.
yeah.
The only support that Hops has is kind of a sketchy
What's
fox.
his name? Felix or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he's cool. He's like my favorite character, but he's that's a bad. It's
got
bad
the
when
Lost
you're.
Boys, Wendy, her brother, the
It's bad when you're support.
Tinkerbell,
Princess Tiger Lily.
Stinkerbell. I'd even call the crocodile support.
Yeah, but I mean, kind of. The
They're
crocodile's pretty necessary to beat.
Pretty necessary to beat Hook. So
So I'll agree. I'll agree with that one.
In the words of Jorge Masvidal, super necessary.
Super necessary.
super
Were
necessary.
those punches after he was knocked out necessary? Super
Super
necessary.
That's Herb Dean's fault.
That's Herb Dean's fault.
That is Herb Dean's fault.
That croc gave him a 3-piece and a soda. This crocodile gave him what he deserved.
All right, round two. Soundtrack.
Soundtrack.
Well,
Again,
Pete.
yeah.
I'd say Peter Pan just for more
More
Yeah.
songs,
There's more songs. I mean, there's the one racist song, but we not counting that.
Yeah.
Still, you know,
That'll count.
Pirates Like Me.
That'll count as a 0.
Second star on the right. You know.
And then Zootopia doesn't have.
I mean, they have the one Shakira song.
Oh, yeah.
That's not even a song like
Yeah.
that they sing in the movie. It's just
Yeah.
it's just
the
a
credits.
soundtrack song essentially. It's a good song.
It is good.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, it slaps, but
It slaps. It
I
slaps.
like Shakira.
I love me some Shakira.
Sequel quality. I mean, Peter Pan has to have this one just because Zootopia doesn't have any sequels.
Yeah.
Yet. So
True.
Sequels and remakes, real good.
So
Right.
we kind of just sped through those because Peter Pan had a bunch that Zootopia didn't, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
that's fair. Yeah. So personal attachment, boys. If you want to take a second
Whew.
to kind of we're third round's heating up quick. Here we go.
First, Zootopia.
So I'm going to try and remove time from my head because obviously, like, Zootopia is animated much better because it's a 30-year difference in movies.
Yeah.
More than that, probably 40 years. But given, I don't know, I'm going to vote, God, I really like Zootopia. I'm going to vote Peter Pan because it's an adventure movie about not wanting to grow up and then making that flip about growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, that's something that everybody struggles with.
Yeah.
Everybody struggles with it. You want to stay a kid forever, but you can't. I
Well,
like the
but
characters
why not?
more. I think characters like Tinkerbell and Captain Hook and Peter Pan himself are way more iconic.
Yeah.
And I think the movie itself is just more universally well known, without a shadow of a doubt, by just people around the world. So,
Yeah.
as far as movies go,
Why am I conflicted now?
But you'd have to use that same.
because you like Zootopia, but you think Peter Pan's a better movie, that's why you're conflicted.
You'd have to use the same logic where Zootopia has way better graphics. Also, that's a reason why Peter Pan's more well known because it's been around for 30 more years. So it's
I
like
suppose.
it helps and hurts in a way. It's like a give and take. Do you want me to go next? Or?
Yeah.
You okay? All right.
That's why I was looking at you.
Okay, I'll go next. I didn't know we were waiting. So, it will surprise probably everyone for me to say this because Zootopia is one of my favorite movies. I'm going Peter Pan because I actually do think it has way more. What you said, it has more deeper meaning. Like there's actually deep meaning behind it. If you look into it, there's like the story was actually written for like kind of a dark, sad reason, and also like you said, it's like about never wanting to grow up. And I'd say Zootopia, though it has deep meaning, like I think it's like against racism is basically what Zootopia was going for.
Right.
Because I think it was I think that's what they were going for, like with the predators versus I don't know what they were going for there. My friend told me a whole psychological breakdown how it was an anti-racism movie, and I'm like, that's cool, but I don't think most people took it that way when they're watching it. So I don't think Zootopia had many deep meanings.
And as fun and entertaining of a movie as it is, it's just I think it's missing that deep connection you feel because everybody has to grow up.
Which Peter Pan has.
Yeah.
Whereas Zootopia kind of missed the mark if they were going for a really deep meaning.
Right.
But
Not to say it's not amazing.
Well, no, it's one of my favorite movies.
Zootopia is awesome.
It's one of my favorite movies of all time. I think Peter Pan is technically a better movie.
Right. Tanner?
So if you would have went Zootopia, I was going to go Peter Pan. Since you went Peter Pan, I'm going Zootopia. 'Cause I don't feel like it should be a TKM because I feel like this should have been a much closer thing. So I'll make
That's
it
fair.
2-1.
I want like your honest answer. I don't want you to be
That's
like I'm
the thing
thinking
is, this movie
because of you.
This is like a tie for me because I'm really all about like one of my favorite things ever is any kind of mystery or detective thing. Mm-hmm. So Zootopia really set the bar
I
for
love
me
that
as far
too.
as
I love
Disney
that.
is
Right.
concerned. But my heart's with Peter Pan.
Yeah. You do like that mystery, like intensity building
Yeah,
up.
I know.
Right,
It's one of my favorite things
yeah.
ever. I love murder mysteries and stuff like that.
Well, we gotta do a murder mystery party. Jeez.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. All right, man. So Peter Pan will move on to round 4. Woo! And then Zootopia will be eliminated.
Oh, Zach, this is what you get for telling us we're gonna die versus this. Kyle's gonna die with a diaper full of doo-doo, and it's gonna be embarrassing.
Only there's a 10% chance that happens.
Yeah, true.
Only a 10% chance.
But with our luck, come on, it's gonna happen.
At least once. I can try it again. Worst case scenario, I just poop myself
Like,
twice.
you guys are all talking about the poop. I'm just scared to make eye contact with him right now.
Yeah, right. Do we look at you or do you?
No,
just
I look down when I talk
Here's
to
the
him. Now.
thing: you don't have to make eye contact. I just choose.
Can we wear shawls?
It'd just be like Eddie Murphy.
Can we wear like full Muslim shawls and are we good? Or do you have to see it? Do you have to see our skin?
I picture a person in my head, blink, massive orgasm.
So
Anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
Oh, this is the most diabolical power ever.
You're technically gonna have unending wealth. You could bet on all these fights and be like,
Oh!
You bet-
And here goes the president live with the State of the Address. Oh boy!
$6,000 says the president chokes. Okay, it's Donald Trump. He knows how to talk.
$6,000.
China.
$6,000 says Amanda Nunez loses to this random person. Okay, that's too far. Sorry.
So, matchup number 2 in round 3, we have the Aristacats versus Sleeping Beauty.
Oofda.
All right. Tanner, you haven't done a real short summary yet. Which one you want?
Well, I'm still terrible with the plot of Aristocrats, so let's do that. Wait, what's the other one?
Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, let's do Sleeping Beauty. So, Princess... I'm telling you, I'm so bad.
20 words or less.
20 words less. Yeah, she goes to
see.
sleep. There's a bad chick named Maleficent, and then some dude like fights her in dragon form and saves her, and he kisses her, right?
Sorry, woke her up.
Boom.
But then
Prince Philip.
Philip, what a dumb name.
Right.
I'm gonna go steal that girl. No, I'm just
Phil of the Future. You remember that show? I do.
I don't like it.
I don't.
All right, 20 words or less, nailed it.
All right, Aristocats. Old lady crazy, leaves fortune to cats. Butler mad, abandons cats. Cats find way home, meets scat cats. Cats arrive home, Butler's revealed to be villain. Tom O'Malley adopted, happily ever after.
All right. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I love it.
So in these movies, you basically have Maleficent for villain versus Edgar the Butler, I think is his name.
Well,
I mean,
it's probably Maleficent.
Maleficent, come on,
Yeah.
dragons, dude. She's never gonna not win the villain category.
Yeah.
Green fire.
I don't know if she will ever lose the villain. Well, there's maybe Scar.
There's some real
Here's,
cool
here's the
villains,
reason
but-
that she won't, and it's going to be stuck in my head forever, and you'll never change my mind, is because in Kingdom Hearts, when they have all the villains together, she's the leader of them, telling them what to
Well,
do.
she is, babe.
And trying to kidnap all the princesses.
She's like the boss villain, yeah.
She is. She's a BA, dude.
So it's almost not fair. And you got this butler guy who's trying to get up to this level.
He grew up poor. All he wants is some money.
Yeah.
Probably like, wow, this lady's stupid, leaving fortune to
Pretty
cats.
sure this
Not
butler-
wrong.
This butler guy's lost every villain category because he's not like the worst villain.
Well, I mean, it's like, hey, dude, just give me the fortune, and I'll keep the cats and then spend the rest of it.
Yeah,
Deal.
And I'll take good care of the cats, jeez.
Or I can, try to murder them.
Right.
Your choice.
Yeah. Your choice.
Hero.
Did we say Tom last time?
I mean, I guess I would say that Tom, and then honestly Prince Philip, right?
Yeah.
Because he fights Maleficent.
Mm-hmm. The one chick ever do was sleep, so...
I'm here to say that, dude, if you're fighting and slaying a dragon,
That's pretty
you win.
heroic.
Like-
That's more heroic than going up to a fat butler.
Or taking a Duchess white cat home because you want to hit it.
Does that mean Donkey's kind of the hero of Shrek then? Since he slayed the dragon?
Did he though?
Yeah, he really
he
did.
did, he did,
He
though.
really did.
Oh, that's funny.
Fair enough. Donkey's the hero. Let's go.
Donkey's the hero. So Philip and Donkey win.
Support, I would say Aristocats wins this one with the Scat Cats and
Yeah, because Philip didn't have really.
I mean Sleeping Beauty was like his
Yeah.
maybe his only support, and she doesn't do much until the end of the movie. So
Yeah. So yeah.
so I think Aristocats win. I think the Scat Cats win it alone.
Yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
But
Everybody wants to be a cat. Moving into soundtrack.
Oh, speaking of soundtrack.
we already know where this one's going.
Yeah, it's pretty much won every soundtrack it's come up against that Aristocats has.
Wait till it goes up against Tarzan.
Prepare to be broken.
Those memes are so funny. It's just a little show about a guy raised by gorillas. Don't go crazy.
The piano's on fire.
Phil Collins just... That is one of the best.
We're not talking about Tarzan until next week.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to Aristacats.
Yeah, for sure. Sequel quality, neither have sequels. Sleeping Beauty's got 2 remakes, which is, I guess...
Two Maleficents.
Well, yeah. That's what I mean. I mean, essentially, that's...
They haven't made another Sleeping Beauty. It's only been 2 Maleficents.
Right. Huh. I think there was a Sleeping Beauty 2.
There might have been a 2 that was, like, that failed.
Well, most of those Disney sequels aren't very great.
It's so sad.
But... No, I don't even think.
I don't think so.
What is?
Oh, yeah, there is one. 2002 or 2022. Never mind.
So it's gonna cut. So they're coming out.
I don't think so.
Or every time I see this on Google, I'm just like, some fan put this up and it doesn't.
I think so. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, because look, it says Disney fandom. That's the okay. I'm not listening to that.
I'm not listening to that.
So
no, sir. So yeah, I guess neither can really. It's kind of like a cancel out.
Yeah, cancel out.
All right, boys. Personal attachment time.
This
Just
is actually
take a second.
really tough.
Take a second to think about which movie you think is better. Remember your likes and dislikes, but don't try and let it lead your choice. While we think, let's check out our Rate That Nigel segment.
Oh yes.
How do you say you didn't have pictures?
Yeah. When you said you didn't have pictures, I was like, Oh, Nigel is pretty cute. Nigel alone is like an 8 out of 10 on the cute scale for me. What?
Everybody wants to be.
The longer it takes to happen end because I hate these.
I forgot what
So
the
before I
delay
see it right now,
is.
it's a 0.
I think the delay is.
I mean, it's got to be pretty good because. I mean,
the delay's usually not this long.
No, it's usually not. There it is.
Oh, I love how she has her pretty face and then.
You know, I'm always saying 0. I'm gonna give that one a 2 just for the spinning transformation.
Yeah, I was about to say I gotta give this one. I'm giving a 9.
That one I give a 9. I'm agreeing with
the
Mike.
spinning transformation.
That spinning transformation is spot on.
8 out of 10. Nice transit. Yeah. All right,
It's
Zach.
a great transition. Skin tone matches.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, Tanner, what do you think as far as Sleeping Beauty versus Maleficent?
I already know, I think, which direction you guys are going to go, but as far as personal attachment goes for me, and the way I feel emotionally about my childhood in these movies, Sleeping Beauty.
Okay.
I have a feeling I know which direction you're going. I'm doing this one just to kind of throw you guys off, because I wasn't the biggest fan of Aristocats growing up. I wasn't. But I would put in this VHS of Sleeping Beauty, skip to the end just to watch the dragon scene. So I'm going.
I actually want you to go because I still am trying to make up my mind here.
See, I kind of wanted to be the tiebreaker too.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Well, it's okay. I don't know if you're going to do a tiebreaker or not.
Well, that's the thing. I haven't made up my mind.
But I haven't either. This is a tough one for me because both very good.
See, I just have this feeling that you guys both like Aristocats. So that's why I was like, I'm going to go this one. This one kind of had my heart anyway. So.
This one's 50-50 for me, honestly.
Really?
I don't like either of these movies as much as I like that other one we did, which was Moana and that other Mulan. But
that was rough.
But I like those movies more than these. But this one is really close for me. Like I like these movies equally. You know.
So I would say, I would throw my hat in the ring towards Sleeping Beauty as well. More so, just a smidge more. Just because I kind of get more of the Disney vibe from it. It's an actual princess. There's a villain that has this big transformation. There's a huge showdown. There's an actual plot. Villainous plot to kill Aurora pretty much.
Yeah.
Talk about it later. Keep going.
Okay. So yeah, I would say Sleeping Beauty too. Sorry to take the tiebreaker away from you, but what do you think?
I don't know why. Just for some reason, when you watched Aristocrats with me, I was like, he's gonna pick that over like everything in this tournament. So
no, I would have picked Oliver and Company over everything.
I think
true.
Aristocats made it really far. I was actually gonna go Sleeping Beauty. Now I made up my mind because, like I said, I think it's the plot. Like we keep going back to it, but a lot of people would do what that butler did. I don't even know if he's evil.
Yeah.
Like, or don't even kill the cast. Just let them go in nature and be like, they died. Give me the fortune. Like, Like
throw 100 cans of cat food outside, and there you go.
It's a good movie, but I think that alone against Maleficent wins. I think that. So I think Sleeping Beauty wins for me.
I agree.
That was a
And
tough
now
one.
that we've actually had this conversation a couple times now, I feel like Maleficent's more of a main character than anybody else. I feel like everybody's like secondary or almost third characters because it's almost all about her.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
Almost,
we have the Sleeping Princess, but you think about it, the whole storyline revolves basically around her. So, and that's why obviously the 2 sequels were based off her.
Yeah. Was Anna banned? No, she's working. Anna's working. She would have had a good say, and I think she said we would have won that fight, but since it was up to Zach, we lost. Anyway.
She's gonna be
But
upset that Zootopia lost.
no, she
doesn't like Zootopia, remember?
Is that the one she doesn't like?
Yeah.
Everything we like, she hates. Remember that?
Perfect.
So we don't. I'm just kidding. I value her opinion because I love her, but she doesn't like.
Let me say this before I get hit on my hill.
Yeah, she doesn't like Zootopia, Moana. What are the other ones? Like a bunch of other great ones.
Little Mermaid, right?
No, that's her favorite. Well, Little Mermaid and
I'm
Frozen.
so disappointed the Little Mermaid's not in the competition right now.
What beat it? I'm pretty sure like Tarzan beat it though. I don't know.
No, it was Zootopia.
Zootopia. Okay, I'm okay with that.
That's why she was mad. That's why I was thinking of Zootopia.
Oh yeah, that's why she
That
beat.
was a
That's
good
why she
story.
beat me.
Yeah.
But
It's better than Zootopia. That's why.
Well, I just voted against Zootopia, so you can't even get mad at me anymore.
Yeah.
I voted against what?
All right. So Sleeping Beauty will move on to the 4th round, and the Aristacats will be eliminated. Somewhere out there, Jesse's really sad.
Well, it's the 3rd round. What do you expect in the 3rd round?
Right. We're getting into some heated battles.
He had to have known that it wasn't going to take it all.
All right, boys. That will wrap up the Disney tournament for this week. Next week, we have The Lion King versus Mulan.
Oh, why do you have to
And
say?
Tarzan versus Aladdin.
Oh,
Bangers,
Dude, this is gonna be
Bangers
so
next week.
I'm not mentally ready for next week.
Is
but
that the Are those the championships? Those two?
those winners of those two are going on to the championships. I'm here to say.
Yeah.
I'm here to say that at least one of those 4 movies.
I want to say Aladdin and Tarzan are my favorite Disney movies.
Lion King.
Well, Lion King too.
These 4.
Yeah, these 4.
I'm
These
just saying,
4 are
I'm
my
just
favorite
saying,
Disney
if
movies.
we end up
Yeah,
getting
they are, yeah.
a Lion King Tarzan final, I'm bringing a trash can in here and I'm going to throw up in it and then I'm going to kick it.
I don't think that's possible based on the. Right?
It's not?
No, because they'd face up next week.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh no, no, no.
What if the bracket was just so messed up that we got like Fantasia versus Tarzan?
We didn't have Pinocchio on here, did we?
No, we did.
We did?
It got.
We did,
it
yeah.
got-
Peter
My
Pan.
mom just asked me if we had already, yeah. Sorry, Mom, Pinocchio got eliminated.
I voted for it.
Pinocchio was in the very first matchup.
Yeah.
It was against Peter Pan.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank goodness Peter Pan won.
Did Peter Pan win this week? Yeah, it did.
Pinocchio.
How dare you? It's a good show.
I'm just, dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, it just still baffles me that Moana's not here anymore.
Doesn't it suck? Oh god. Same with the Little Mermaid,
Ugh.
Lilo and Stitch. The Jungle Book's gone.
Ugh.
Moment of silence for those who have fallen.
Yeah, for those who have fun.
As soon as you say any of those movies are on, that dude from episode 1 of Star Wars, that's like the leader of the Jar Jar Binks' group, where every time you say something to make him mad, he's like, that's how I feel every time you say one of those movies. Go, pissed, dude.
So tune in next week for a heated week. Heated week. All right.
It's gonna be. I can't wear this hoodie next week. It's gonna be too hot in here.
I'm very warm as it is after laughing like I did during the poop superpower.
That was funny.
That was rough.
It's a bird. It's a plane. It's reverse diaper man.
All right, so we're gonna go into our punchy section here quick before Pokemon. We got a couple of things to talk about and some picks to make for next week.
We actually have a lot to talk about from this last week.
We do. We have a lot to talk
Yeah.
about.
There's-
But first
Those
up,
were good fights.
let's talk about points. Mike rings in the victory this week with 3 points. I'm in second with 2, and Tanner's just got 1 point this week.
Yeah, Tanner went for no other than
Wait.
Drew Dover.
Wait till I start going with my mind instead of my heart. Then it's over. It's over for you guys, all right? But for some reason, all my Omaha boys have been fighting lately, so I keep having to go.
Hey,
with them.
remember Derek Lewis? Your heart won.
My heart did
My
win.
brain lost.
Yeah, my heart won that one.
Although I kind of
Also, I forgot Minner won for me too, so shout out Derek Minner.
Yeah. I was gonna say Rocket. That was actually a terrible fight. I think that should have just been a draw. And
Honestly, yeah,
I felt so bad for Thiago Santos. Like
Dana White.
that's his 3rd in a row now. Liddy lost, so.
He did lose to Glover and then Rocket and then.
But the thing is arguably he beat John Jones. Like there were people who had him beating John Jones. And that
Well, it was a
split
split. It
decision.
was a split decision.
To go from barely losing to John Jones, losing 2 in a row.
Guess who Santos beat right before he fought John Jones? Jan Blachowicz.
Oh, brother.
Santos knocked out, or it might have been a decision victory versus Jan Blachowicz. So he is the last person to beat Jan, and that's why he's still fighting high-level guys, you know?
Well done.
So...
Speaking of Jans.
But Rocket... Yeah, speaking of
Sorry.
Jans. No.
It needed to be said.
So, I'm done talking about Rocket. I love Rocket, but that was a terrible fight.
I still think he's after seeing him next to I used to think Thiago Santos was one of the biggest 205ers in the world. Like right next to John Jones, he's one of the biggest.
Well, Santos is bigger than Rocket, but not tall.
Yeah, exactly.
Not
But
tall.
seeing Rocket next to him, I was like, this is actually a gigantic 205er.
He's huge.
So.
He's humongous.
He reminds me of Gustafsson, but with muscles.
Yeah.
Because Gustafsson was always just a lean guy.
Right.
Dober actually put up a good fight realistically. I know he got mauled, but like, let's be honest.
We knew what was coming though. I mean, if they're saying this guy's the next Khabib, we knew what was coming.
Also, if this fight, I know this is kind of a dummy, thing to say. If this fight was on the feet, I think Drew Dober takes him apart. But that's like obviously, yeah.
I'm just here to say I got no interest in this dude at all. This Makhachev guy.
We weren't that.
I said it on Saturday. I'm like, I don't.
Dude, he's not going to be impressive, but I promise he's going to just keep taking people.
Yeah, he's
going to be Khabib. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I'm not.
We've already seen it though.
I don't want that.
Yeah, they're like the second coming of Khabib, and I'm like, we just got rid of the first one. Like, can we not have another one? Can I have a striking champion for a while?
I don't need to see some dude cuddle dudes on the ground 30 times in a row.
Especially when they're dudes I really like
so
Poirier and McGregor.
The only good thing on his record is that he got a finish, but that finish to me was almost like Drew Dober was just done. I don't even know if it was a real finish. I think Drew Dober was like, "You're not choking me out, but I'm done."
Yeah.
I think
he was tired.
Yeah, I think that's more what that tap out was. So Islam's like, "But I finished my last 3 fights." Well, did you, or were people done with you?
Well, I mean, if you drag somebody in deep waters like that and they want to give up, then you finished them.
Yeah, true. It is a finish.
Right. Let's talk about our favorite fight of the night.
Actually was possibly the best fight of the night.
It was great, dude.
It was a great fight.
Aljamain gave him everything he could handle, dude. Like, Aljamain was pressuring him like the whole fight.
It was an amazing fight. I'm gonna say it. Oscar of the year to Aljamain.
So the big story here is obviously Peter Yan throwing a highly illegal knee at a downed Aljamain.
Highly illegal. Also not completely his fault.
Sorry, it keeps doing that. That's my computer.
I know, it's like, it is his fault they did it, but he's standing there with his hands on his shoulders, he's looking at his corner, and as soon as his corner said yes, he threw it. And it's like...
And when your adrenaline's rushing, but somebody is at fault. Somebody's at fault there. Was it the corner? Was it him?
Whoever's fault it was, I mean, they lost the belt for it, so...
Yeah.
That was kind of douchey. So
but then what comes from here is, obviously it's fourth round of a title fight, fatigue set in, Aljamain's tired, he just got rocked, possibly concussed. I get why he couldn't get up and continue, but I don't think he had to sell it as much as he sold it. Like,
yeah.
Just tell him no. Like, if you would have stood up and been like, I can't see very well, I have a headache now.
That's the thing, yeah. Don't even sell it. Just be like,
he was
my vision's blurred.
Crying and throwing his hands on the ground and like, oh. And then just tell him you can't continue.
So I love Aljo, but he was doing that Oscar-worthy show, and then he went in and gave a perfectly eloquent interview 5 minutes later.
And then took a picture with all of his teammates in the belt of them doing shots together. I didn't want to win it like this, and I don't know how well I'm going to celebrate this. I just want to get back and do it again. 10 minutes later, we the champions of the world, baby! Cheers!
So Aljo looked like a douchebag, but Peter Yan looked like a douchebag, so I don't know who I like anymore. Because he was raising his hand after he threw the illegal knee.
Joe Rogan, put your hand down.
Right?
I'm like, I don't know if I like what either of these people are doing.
And the thing was, the people that I were sitting with, they were like, so what happens now? And I was like, it depends. If they call it like an accidental knee, and he can't continue, after 3 rounds, they go to the judges' scorecards. So they would have scored the fight and gave us a decision. But since they deemed it illegal, which it was, if they would have said it was accidental, we would have went to a scorecard.
Right.
I'm pretty sure they could have deemed it accidental and still deducted a point, which means Aljo would have been ahead on the scorecards, I think.
Probably, I would imagine.
But you know who's the real loser here? Corey Sandhagen. He was next for the title. He's the real loser because now there has to be a rematch, and he's sitting here like, like, what?
Crap.
Yeah.
And Corey Sandhagen had those 2 vicious knockouts, the flying knee of Frankie Edgar and the...
Yeah. I mean, he's getting his title shot. It's just...
Well, the thing, too, is you got to think, if at any point Henry Cejudo says, I'm coming back, that puts Corey Sandhagen back in line again.
He's the money. For the lighter guys, he's the money fight.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate.
Really
it's like when Conor McGregor comes back, he's like, I got to do whatever I want.
Pretty much.
You'll do fucking nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
So Amanda Nunes and Megan Anderson. That was a fight.
Competitive.
Very competitive.
Very.
I can't believe I talked all last week. I'm like, dude, she's so long and tall and strong. She's such a great striker. And
You still didn't take her, though.
I didn't. No, I mean, it's not smart to pick against Amanda Nunes.
So
No, it's
I
not.
remember all my friends that were watching, they were like, "But she's so much taller and longer reach," and I'm like, "But reach doesn't help when you're getting armbarred. It actually really hurts."
Like a
Hey,
lot.
hey, does a lioness have reach? No.
It's powerful jaws.
I mean, long skinny arms like that must really suck in an armbar. Like,
So I mean, what do you think she just retires now, or what?
what does she do?
Like, what's left for her?
Nunes?
Yeah.
Valentina, but she's already beat her twice. But one was a split decision. I think they both were split.
Honestly, yeah, I think that's a fight to make.
So
Valentina.
since
She beats her a third time and retires. I mean,
some people
Maybe.
thought Valentina won the last fight.
Well, and here's the thing, and this might suck to like think about for a while, but maybe just take some time off.
Yeah.
You've got so many up and comers in like 135 that haven't established themselves yet that could.
Where's Tatiana Suarez? She was supposed to be champ by now.
Wait, isn't that who? That's no.
No, she's the one who took like 2 years off. She's an
Yeah,
undefeated.
no, that's Tatiana. Yeah.
She got like a gold medal in
She
wrestling.
was no. The one I'm thinking of is the one that won the Ultimate Fighter,
Oh.
and she just won against somebody at 135, and they were talking about she was next for a title shot, but she was off for a couple years with an injury, but she's on like a 4 or 5 fight win streak.
Are you thinking Catalin Vieira? Because Vieira's on a... Oh, no, Vieira just got beat. Anyway.
she did. Yeah.
This is tough. What do they do? Yeah, I mean, they're just going to keep throwing Amanda Nunes like tin
Cans. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, as long as she'll
I'll
crush
wa-
them, I guess.
I'll watch because sometimes I like to see someone just get crushed.
Eventually, maybe somebody does manage to do it. But who knows?
Sometimes those fights are entertaining. I'd rather see competitive fights, but sometimes a good a good crushing is. I'll still watch her fights, all of her fights, you know.
Right.
Well, as the thing is, we got to remember she's the GOAT right now, absolutely, but
Yeah.
she's not unbeatable. She's been beat she got beat twice in the UFC already.
Yeah,
Like she's.
but I think that was early on when she was really.
Well, that's
young.
the thing is that this division has been so stacked with female strikers. There hasn't been any dominant wrestlers to come and try to take her down, except for Rousey, who completely failed at it.
I think Tatiana Suarez could. She has a gold medal in wrestling. She's undefeated right now.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing is, she lost to Kat Zingano, who was like I think silver medalist.
Yeah.
It's like find her a good wrestler, dude. Maybe we'll get a decent
I think
fight.
that was her
before
last.
in
I think that was her
45
last
seconds.
loss was Kat Zingano.
Yeah, Kat Zingano decisioned her. I remember that.
Yeah,
And before that, she got rear naked choked by somebody.
but now she's just a different fighter. It's kind of
I
like
think
young.
she's different. I mean, but she's again, it's all people that are stand-up fighters that are fighter. Jermaine Randame, Cyborg. It's like give her a wrestler. It's been like 5 fights since she had a wrestler.
I think this kind of sucks because I know Cyborg kind of got kicked out of the UFC. I wanted to see that rematch really bad.
That could have went either way. The way they were swinging at each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, we could be having a different conversation right now about Cyborg being the GOAT.
Right.
Oh, Angela Hill got put to this card. Nice.
I told you there were some good fights in this card.
That's awesome. Okay.
Because that Eric Anders dude that we
Oh,
were talking
Eric
about too.
Anders.
Yeah.
Eric Anders.
That was the dude that played college football.
Yeah.
Go up a little bit though, because I swear there's
Ben Rothwell's on here. I love him, but he's old.
Oh, Ryan Spann. That's the dude I was waiting for.
Oh, Ryan Spann.
Superman Spann.
Okay, there's some decent fights.
Yeah, there's a
on
couple decent ones.
I-
We ain't gotta do all
I
of
like
them,
it.
but-
My app is sometimes not up to date, so.
So the big fight from last weekend, Jan Blachowicz,
Oh yeah.
Israel Adesanya. We haven't talked about that yet.
Sorry, we went off on some tangents there. didn't
No, it's okay.
No, it's good, man. So the big controversial thing is the scoring.
Yeah.
From that fight, a 10-8.
So
Yeah,
really?
just tell me how you guys had it scored. Tell me how you had it scored.
I had it scored. Jan won every round but one with a 10-9.
Right.
So Izzy won,
give or take, but
Izzy won a 10-9 in like round 2 or 3, and then Jan won all the others 10-9.
Okay.
So that would be, what's the math on that? That would be,
Wait till I do mine, and then we'll.
Okay.
Because once I give you my numbers, then it'll be a little easier. Kyle, same for you, or
yeah, give or take about.
So I had Izzy edging out the first 2 rounds, 10-9,
Okay.
and then third I had Jan, and then fourth and fifth I had Jan.
Okay.
So I think basically right at the third round is when the fight kind of started to turn around.
So yours is like a point away from ours.
It should be, but if we're doing 2 rounds to 3, it should be 48-47.
Mm-hmm.
And what do the judges say? Like
49-45.
Yeah, that's kind of.
Meaning they would have given 2 10-8 rounds, which doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yeah, I don't know. He didn't. I get that the takedowns mean a lot, but if you're not going for submissions or doing anything on the ground, why are you just racking up points that whole time? It's like he's just lying on top of him.
It's very annoying.
But he was raining down punches.
It's like the stand up wasn't overly one sided.
Yeah.
So the takedown is what would seal the round.
Yeah.
Not the damage he does with it, which kind of sucks because I'm the same way. Pass the guard finish, ground and pound finish. But if it's super even stand up and there's 30 seconds left, you get a takedown. That's your round, bro.
Yeah. I don't know where the 10-8 round came from.
Me either. That's what I don't get.
Yeah, that's weird. And even Dana White's like,
10-8 round means...
Two 10-8 rounds.
Two 10-8
10-8 round means domination.
Yeah.
Like, that means, like, that was basically what happened with Amanda Nunes, except the round didn't end.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
nah, bro.
But...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the words of Izzy after the fight, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The next person would ask a question. It is what it is. And, 3 people asked me, it is what it is.
Didn't you love the interview where he's like, I drank... What did he say? I drank too much wine last night.
Post-fight interview.
He said,
like,
I was doing wines and I was doing lines to stay up for this fight.
And Paul Acosta's just like, I hate this.
Right?
That was funny.
I was doing wines and I was doing lines.
That's funny.
All right, so let's make some picks for next week,
Yes,
shall we,
more
boys?
Russian fans.
Yes, we do want to be famous.
Hi, Tigger.
I take it.
Is that how you say that? Hi, Tigger?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
T.I. double gutter.
so
Eric Anders, Darren Stewart.
you know I gotta go with Anders.
I gotta go with Anders.
Yeah. TKM.
Oops, was that? Do you want to do it or should I? I don't know.
You can do it. That's fine.
I think I messed something up. This one's actually kind of difficult.
I'm gonna go with Nicolau.
Okay, I was gonna go with the other guy, but
I'll go with Manel, yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know much about these guys, but
I'm going Nicolau based on a few less losses and a draw.
I was just going with this guy because he has
You
one.
know, I like people that have had draws because they've been in some wars.
But this,
Right.
yeah, true.
Right.
This guy's had one more fight of experience. I don't know. Let's see.
I gotta give it to Angela Hill.
Wait, guys, why aren't we... So what I thought is, why aren't we using my last name for this? Because my last name's Otamendi, so we could be doing TKO.
Oh yeah, but that's our first names. I
Yeah,
like
okay.
TKM. It's like
Okay,
unique.
TKM.
I don't know.
We've made it a thing.
We've made it a thing.
Okay.
I think now.
I was like, we could have been doing TKO. This
We
whole
could
time.
be trying to make fetch happen. It's not gonna happen.
We could. It's okay. I'm taking it back.
I
We could get sweaters that say TKM on them. And
Right.
that would be funny.
Yeah, just like, yeah, it would be.
Are we TKM and Angela Hill?
I know. I'm definitely going for Angela
Yeah,
Hill.
Angela Hill's one of my favorites.
Next
She's
one.
been on kind of a 2-fight losing streak, I think.
I thought she won last week. I thought
Oh, did she?
I thought she just fought like a month and a half ago.
Oh, you might be right.
This next one's a little interesting though. This Dan
Oh,
Ige
Dan
guy,
Ige.
He's awesome. This Gavin Tucker dude's 13.
Dan Ige, has he ever had a boring fight?
No.
I don't think so.
I just this dude's 13-1 and I'm having a hard time picking Ige. I'm gonna go with Dan Ige.
But you got to think if somebody has a record like 15-1, how many tin cans were in the? Because they came over from like a weird fighting promotion where they're just throwing them random.
Don't you put that on my boy like that.
I'll go with Gavin Tucker.
All right, I'm going Dan Ige because I know Dan
It's gonna be
Ige.
the deciding one now, guys.
Okay.
Ben Rothwell and Linz.
Ben Rothwell is kind of on the backside of his career, but I love him.
He's such a big dude though.
He's a veteran too. He's just. Oh, I remember fight.
There's like 135-pound fighters in the sauna, and he's in there. He's in there like I got 20 more pounds to get 265.
Neither of these guys are very technical heavyweights. I'm pretty sure they're just.
I actually don't know Philippe Linz.
I've seen Philippe Linz fight. He fought that guy who just lost to Overeem, which was that Saki guy. I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go Rothwell just because.
I gotta go with the veteran.
Yeah, give him a TKM.
I like watching.
I'm a big guy. I can relate to him.
Plus, he's a likable guy. His interviews are funny.
He's a very likable guy. Yeah.
Not as funny as Derek Lewis.
Dude, he was a cringe dude for a while there. Like he did this thing where he would put on a glove and go ah in the camera, like a WWE person.
He also called out Conor McGregor. It was hilarious.
Well,
he was like
everybody does.
Let's see here.
Conor McGregor.
Oh, at first I thought that said Crow Cop. I was like, is Crow Cop?
Misha is a gangster, but I really like Ryan Spann. He's been kind of up and coming since.
This is tough because
Didn't he?
I mean,
Spann. I want to say Spann fought Devin Clark recently.
Oh, did he? They brought up Devin Clark this Saturday. They were talking about him. I was like, yeah, talking about him on the big fight card.
Right.
What? I don't remember what they said.
I don't either.
like, this is worse than Devin Clark,
Oh, yeah, they're worse than that.
and that's saying a lot.
I guess I'll go for because this guy reminds me of Crow Cop.
I'm gonna go with Ryan Spann too. I like Ryan Spann.
I'm gonna just take a peek at his thing here quick. So.
Oof.
Okay, yeah. He's.
Misha Crow Cop.
He was 11-5 when he came to the UFC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, really?
6, 7, 8 wins in a row. and then just lost to Johnny Walker, and that's his only loss in the UFC.
Johnny Walker's good.
And he beat Devin Clark in the first round with a guillotine choke. I'm gonna go Span.
Poor Johnny, or poor Devin Clark losing.
Leon Edwards and Bilal. Man,
This is a weird one because
they have
after
the same record.
Bilal's crazy performance, like 3 weeks ago,
yeah,
it's
he's
kind
been
of.
on a tear, and I mean he deserves to start.
And Leon Edwards hasn't fought in a couple of years, has he?
Yeah, but he also hasn't lost in 8 years or something. How long is it? Not 8 years. It's been forever since Leon Edwards lost.
They're both 18.
You guys pick this because
I'm gonna take Leon Edwards. He hasn't lost in.
Yeah, I'll go with you there, Mike.
I'm gonna look at.
You gotta look at
this little girl.
this little girl.
How dare
I don't like him. He annoys me.
Leon
I haven't liked him since he talked crap to Jorge Masvidal, and Jorge Masvidal smacked him backstage.
Leon Edwards.
Yeah,
I like how nothing came of that. Like did it?
because he didn't want no smoke.
I mean, I'm sure Dana White fined Howard.
So his last loss was actually Kamaru Usman, and it was in 2015.
Yeah, for Leon Edwards,
So-
yeah. But wasn't it a split decision though?
No, it was years.
Oh, okay.
But then, like, if you look at the people he's fought leading up to here, there's only 2, 3, 4 decent ones. Dominic Waters, Albert Tuinoff, Brian Barberita, Peter Savata. Like, he's fighting a bunch of nobodies, and then you have Vicente Luke, Donald Cerrone, Gunnar Nelson, and Dos Anjos.
That's
I'm going with Bilal on this one.
Okay.
I'm going with the upset.
I'm going with the upset.
Yeah.
Wait, why did I put?
Fair enough.
Why did I put? Whatever. That was.
Because you thought you knew what I was going to say, but you was wrong.
But you was wrong.
He was wrong.
All right, well, tune in next week to see
Yeah.
how our picks turn out. We're gonna have to start giving each other prizes when we win.
Right.
Nothing crazy, but like a piece of candy or something.
First born son.
Yeah.
Give me Tyson. No.
All right, boys. Well, if there's nothing
second.
else,
I'll say yes.
I think
The
we're ready.
Pokemon it
The
is.
Pokemon. Gotta catch the all.
Catch 'em all.
All right, Israel Adesanya was 20-0, so let's go with between 1 and 20, because now he's 20-1.
You want me to say it? We'll go 8.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, boys. Let me scan the previous.
And I got to scan that one. You got to scan those.
No, I know it's not in there.
Okay, good.
All right, boys. Let the questioning begin.
Fire or water?
Yes.
Wow.
I don't think that's right. Is it fire?
No.
Is it Gen 1 or Gen 2?
Yes.
Is it Gen 1?
Yes.
Oh,
So it's Gen 1 water?
that makes it easier on us.
I forfeit. I got no video.
I'm like, this actually, we could get this one. So you have.
Is it blue?
Yes. That's 5.
I think that just means it has blue on it somewhere.
Oh, there's not a ton of blue ones.
What do you mean, blue water types?
Yeah, I'm the first gen.
Well, there's Poliwag, there's
Yeah.
the seal.
Poliwag and
seal.
well, the seal's technically like white-ish blue.
I would call it white.
But doesn't he have blue on him or no?
No.
Okay.
It literally looks white. But you got Poliwag and its evolutions, Squirtle and its evolutions, and like.
Oh yeah, Zach's gonna get it before us and get the prize. So
is it a first evolution?
Yes.
I'm just thinking of Poliwag, but there's also others. There's
Does it have a shell?
No.
Okay, so it's not Squirtle. Or Wartortle. Or
we should ask if it's dual type. Because Poliwag's fighting, but there's also a couple others like
Not in Gen 1. I don't think it is.
Are you sure? What about the water type that I didn't know was a psychic water? Not Jinx.
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke.
Yeah, we did mess that one up. Yeah, is it a dual type?
No.
Okay. That means it's not Poliwag. That means it's...
I'm looking at it kind of like, does that mean it's not Poliwag? I feel like Poliwrath is a dual type, but
Oh, really? Okay.
but Poliwag and
You think so?
the other one aren't.
We'll just ask if it has a swirl on its chest.
Does it have a big circly hypnotic thing on its chest?
No.
Thanks.
Okay, so let me think of the other blue water thing.
Could be Vaporeon.
Okay. Isn't that a dual type though?
It's also a second evolution, so
Okay, yeah, I was about to say.
And that would be
What about
before.
Tentacool?
think that's. I want to say it's poison,
Oh yeah, you might be right.
but it's also.
I think there's blue on it though.
It's blue and red and something else.
Is it? I don't even know what that means, Zach. Oh,
It's that's why I thought Vaporeon. You have a stone to evolve it.
yeah. For first evolution. First evolution, blue water type. No. Did you ask if it has a tail? Because then, well, it probably does. But
What are we at?
9.
Does it have a tail?
I would say no.
okay. What else can I miss?
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Are you sure Tentacruel's poison? Or does he get poison when he turns into Tentacruel? I don't know.
Does it have more than 4 legs and or tentacles?
Oh, or limbs or anything.
No.
So I would rule it out then.
Okay. This is actually kind of different.
Yeah, it is. I'm a little surprised.
Oops.
Oh, pooped.
Just gotta keep the
Did you blink?
keep the audience alive.
Stop.
No, I don't. You don't poop when I blink. I gotta poop myself, and it poops you. I poop your pants.
Starmie doesn't have any blue on him, does he?
Starmie's purple.
Plus, I think it's a dual type. I don't know, actually.
I'm just trying to think of fishies, but I can't think of a whole lot of blue fishies.
Magikarp. Doesn't have any blue on it, though. I don't think.
Oh, crap. We forgot about Horsey and Seadra.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Wait. Doesn't Horsey have to evolve to become blue?
No. Horsey is blue, it evolves into Seadra.
Oh, okay.
That's the... Okay. Because now that...
So I think that's why he said possibly no on the tail, because it's technically his body. Like,
I was going to say, that's what I was just thinking.
I don't know if that's a tail. I mean, it is kind
We're running out of options anyway. Can we give him 5 questions?
Yeah.
Yeah, give him 5.
Alright, that'll jump you up to 16.
Perfect.
Assuming I can find one that I like.
What's the lantern one that I asked about the other week? That's not first gen, though. Is
No.
it?
I know what you're talking about, though.
Alright, its big developed fins move rapidly, allowing it to swim backwards while still facing forward.
Are you really gonna... That's 5 questions? This is bullshit.
Technically, seahorses can do that in real life. They don't really have big fins, though.
So that'd be 16.
Oh my gosh. I didn't think of Lapras.
Oh, wasn't that what I asked about lantern? Oh no, that's different. That's different.
God, now this is hard. Cause wait, Lapras is a dual type, and you said it wasn't a dual type, right?
No.
What's Lapras's other type?
Ice.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of stuff with big fins here, and that's all I'm really coming up with.
I came up with that. I don't even know what the seal one's called, but you said he's also
It's
ice.
Seal and Dugong.
He's also ice, though, I think.
You want to go for Horsey?
Yeah.
Is it Horsey?
It is Horsey.
Yes.
Go, boom, boom, boom! That's your first win in a while. I think
No.
you lost like the last 2, haven't you?
I thought we won last week.
His actual that was an evolution, or not an. It's a 2nd gen. So eat my butt.
I don't think you did, because it was Corsola and Hippotas were the last 2 ones.
We
You
definitely got
lost both.
Hippotas wrong.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And you didn't get Corsola either. I think those were the last 2.
Yeah, because
Zach has
they
his
were both
toe-to-toe.
trash. That's why.
All right, let's see if Zach got it right. I didn't look at my phone. Yep, Zach got it. Oh, Zach, you got it. You got it 30 seconds ago. I don't know. Did we
Yep.
guess it 30
No,
seconds?
I
No.
would say no.
No, we got it before that. He said Totodile, which is a Gen 2.
Zach,
But he's already got his name in the drawing once.
yeah, I was about to
so.
say. I'd say we guessed it before I got this message, unless there was a huge delay between your phone and mine.
I mean, it could have been.
Yeah.
It could have been a delay, but...
Plus, I think this Totodile thing was... Whenever he guesses in chat, it's a joke.
It's a joke, yeah.
Yeah, he never actually guesses the real thing in chat.
That's why I was being a dick.
Anyway, that has been Velocity Entertainment, guys. Tune in next week to watch all of us have a complete meltdown in the Disney competition and to see if these guys can guess another Pokemon. It'll be fun. We're also going to dive into WandaVision spoilers big time. So if you haven't gotten caught up with the show, it is all over now. The season finale was out last week. So go catch up on it so that you can enjoy the conversation and give your feedback on the episodes too. I want to hear what you think. So
WandaVision.
go watch it over the weekend. It shouldn't take you very long, or over the week. Remember, if you like the show, to go to Facebook and follow us. Same with youtube.com/Velocity Entertainment 360 and twitch.com/Velocity Entertainment 360. We love every viewer we get. Thank you guys so much for listening and interacting with us. You guys have an awesome week, and we will see you next Monday.
Stay classy, something.
I'm going to give you a second.
Jodo?
Joe, what did you say?